Peace, love, and Black Power family. I will that your day has been positive for you. This is a very different uh, episode for me. Again, firstly, my name is Shakti Sterner. I am the editor in chief of Get This Wisdom magazine. I am the content creator here for Get This Wisdom Live. I know most of you are resting now, so for those that will be tuning in at whatever time you do so, thank you for your support. I felt the need to come on here and speak my truth. You know, I give different perspectives on how Black women and Black men have been impacted by the system of white supremacy. And I am a Black woman who has been impacted as well. Just because I know better doesn't mean I always knew better, and it doesn't mean that I don't fall short now, even though I have the information and data that I do have. I'm still a woman. I'm still a human. I'm not perfect. I'm not above flaw or error. I still make mistakes. So, personally, my experience with Black men have been both positive and negative. You know, that's balance, right? Have I been a person that has been victimized? Sure. Have I been a person that has victimized Black men? Yes. You know, being a victim. No, let me not go there because I'm not that person. Uh, being a Black woman in America for 36 years, um, one has to be completely honest and know that I have also perpetuated um, some of the white supremacist agendas. It would be completely unreasonable for one to think that, because I am who I am and I've done what I've done for the Black community, it would be completely unreasonable for one to think that I have just completely made it through 36 years in this country without having some level of conditioning myself. So, you know, I'm definitely not going to be the one to say that I've always been innocent in my dealings with Black men. And have I done Black men wrong? Yes, I have. Have I abused Black men? Yes, I have. And I'm being completely transparent right now. So, uh, have I verbally assaulted Black men? Yes, I have. Have I called them out their names? Yes, I have. Have I, you know, I've done my things. I've done my dirt. I'm not innocent. However, one thing that I can say about myself, see, this is where knowledge itself is very important because so many of us go into these realms of consciousness and just think that, you know, we're better than other Black men and women who have not yet gone on that journey for themselves. We're not better than them because we come from a lifestyle that is similar. We have the struggle in common, you know. There was a time where I didn't love myself, where I didn't know who I was. I was a puppet. I was one of the black women that were definitely a puppet. You know, I had the devil's teachings deep within my mind, and I must apologize to my father and my big brother before I can apologize to anyone else, because I'm not one of those black women that didn't have their father around. I come from a family unit where my parents were married. You know, were they perfect in that? No, they weren't. But I did come from that at the foundation. So I did get to see my mother loved by her husband, who was my father. And I did get to see, my father loved by my mother, who was his wife. So I must apologize, firstly, to my family, because the life I used to live, it was not inconducive, or it was not reflective of what I came from. Um, I was in the streets. I was in the streets, you know, living a life that I thought would get me more accepted amongst my peer group. Um, doing things that I was raised better to be. Better, I was raised better than that. That's why I didn't, want my family to know certain things that I was doing, because I knew that they would be ashamed. I knew that they would be embarrassed. I knew these things, and I still did what I did anyway, you know, from partying and being somewhat wild and trying to be a gang member. Not even a real gang member, because real gang members, they live by code, you know. They have literature to learn, and just pretending to be stuff that I wasn't. And did I really know how to interact with a black man on that level? I had the example from my parents, but I really didn't know and understand what that looked like for myself. You feel me? And let me apologize to my big brother also. Um, he was a very good example of what being responsible looks like. And I rejected his teachings very young. Some of them, I hear all his lessons in my head now, but I was ignorant. I rejected that, and I strayed away. I went into the wilderness of North America on my own. And, I had experiences that I wasn't too proud of, and things I did that, I wasn't and still am not too proud of. This is bigger than an apology to black men. It's more of me coming to the grips of accountability, right? Because I can't be this person that so many people respect and look up to if I'm not being completely accountable for the things I've done, the things that I did, and sometimes even the things that I do. You know, I haven't spoken to black men in the best possible manner, even with knowledge of self. I've still, disrespected black men. Did I really want to? Not really. When I started off with my true journey of knowledge of self, because as some of you know, I got my first introduction at 11 years old. But when I came into my own personal journey as an adult, I I consciously made the decision that I wasn't going to disrespect men, black men, I don't care about other men, sorry, black men anymore. And I was doing good. I was doing good with that. And I fell short, you know. I can go into, well, this person did that to me, so I did this to them. That's not what accountability looks like, right? So, even being this person I am now and having this so-called high knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and all these beautiful things that come along with it, I still am a person that has fallen short. I fall short and I may fall short for the rest of my life. But one thing that I will be completely transparent about, my heart is always in the right place. You know, I always have pure intentions for the people that I know and the people around me. I want to see them with what they need. I want to see them with what they want. I want to see them happy. And sometimes, even being a woman and a mother, I think that I could fix everybody's problems and make them go away, but I'm only one me, and I'm imperfect. I'm flawed. I'm not this I don't know what people have painted me as throughout the years, right? Uh, I just wanted to help people, you know. I wanted to redeem myself for some of the things I've done in my younger years, the things that I weren't necessarily proud of, the things that I was peer pressured into, or whatever, whatever, whatever. The fact of the matter is, when I started, this journey of advocacy and being an activist, I didn't go into it looking for anything. I didn't want anything. I just, on a personal level, I didn't want anything for me. I wanted to make a difference. I wanted to be a part of helping my people that I look at every day, my family members, the people I love. I wanted to try to, add on and help those conditions become better. So I did what I could do. I ran out there in the streets. Like, if I could be out here in these streets being part of the problem, then God damn it, I can go out here and be a part of the solution. So that's what I did. And by doing that, I started to receive attention that I never asked for. I never asked to be this person that people looked up to, or I didn't ask to be none of it. You know what I mean? However, I do understand that just being a mother and a woman and a grown up, that I am responsible for a certain level of exampleship that I am showing. But it got to a point where I couldn't even go to my grocery store without people running up to me like I'm some freaking celebrity. Like, sis, bro, I'm in the same position as you. I'm getting food stamps. I'm at the same damn market. I'm walking the same streets. Please do not look up to me in that way. Look up to yourself. However, it happened, and there did come a time where all that attention did get the best of me. I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't mentally prepared for it. And, it just started coming left and right. And I got it. My ego got in the way. It did, I started operating from ego and talking down in a negative way to people that, you know, I have my own flaws, right? So who the hell am I? But, again, I'm a human. I'm a human. And I got humbled in the same manner. The year that the ego, if some of you know me personally, some of you don't, but the year that my ego just got the best of me, and I had this nasty demeanor of arrogance and this chip on my shoulder. I'm Shakti. I'm this popular activist. I'm an award-winning activist. Who you talking to? When my ego got the best of me, 2017, and the magazine was at the highlight and getting so much attention, and we dealing with the David Banners, people that I grew up watching on TV, that I never thought I would have any type of interaction with. Um, you know, all this whole different crowd. I lost my mother. So all that came crashing down. It went down, boom. And I literally, in the blink of an eye, I'm literally, my mother died November 15th, 2017. I was due to leave Detroit November 17th to head to Atlanta for the Black Power Awards to be on the black carpet and interview David Banner and all this and that. You know, within 24, 48 hours, all that went down. And my whole life just changed in the blink of an eye. I lost a woman that meant the world to me. And I went into a very dark place. A lot of people didn't pay attention to it. Some people didn't know. And those who really cared, they saw it. If you paid attention during, um, my mother died in November 2018. If you paid attention to my movements, I was not putting out no work. I was not doing no magazines. I was not going to no events. I was not doing anything. And if I did, it was piss poor quality. If you go back to 2018 and 2019, anything that I tried to put out content wise was piss poor. I didn't even look like myself. I was on camera looking like who did it and what for. But I was trying to figure it out in a place that I was lost in. So I didn't care. The only love I had left in me at that point was the love for these two little girls. And that's the only thing that kept me going was my children, right? Because if it wasn't for them, I went down so bad, I probably wouldn't be here. So I just went through the motions, and I encountered I'm not gonna say the brother's name out of respect, but I encountered a brother, a, a conscious brother. Whew. And in that situation, I'm not gonna go into many details, right? Um, that situation was crazy. It was definitely crazy. You know, Losing my mother had me in a space of really not thinking right. And I mean, my heart was still pure, so I still wanted to help, but I could barely help myself. So, in my attempts of still trying to be a person of support for Black men, I called myself helping somebody, a Black man who needed help. So I thought. And that was a big old mess behind the scenes. And it really took me down lower. And I was already low enough. So that situation finally came to an end, right? And I'm sitting in my house, got my babies with me, and I'm literally fixing my baby's dinner and washing my dishes with tears in my eyes, right? Because I'm just so broken. I don't even know what to do no more. I got all this attention on me, scrutiny, people taking me under a microscope, and all I ever wanted to be was somebody that could make my family proud of me again. I never wanted to be a so-called conscious celebrity. Like that shit is, it's like an oxymoron. When we all poor, we all ain't owning nothing. We all ain't saving the community. So what is all that conscious fame and shit for? It ain't worth nothing. But you couldn't tell me that back in 2017. But then again, I got completely low over here. Like people really, really, really wasn't knowing what was going on. And I'm trying to save face for public because I am this so-called public figure, if you want to call it that. I'm trying to save face. I'm all right. I'm okay. I'm good. I'm good. What we about to build on? What projects y'all need me to help with? You know? But internally I'm just completely devastated. And through that devastation, you know, some people got some stuff for me they really didn't deserve. Um, I would love to be at the liberty to actually say names, but I can't out of respect for certain individuals and their brands and stuff like that. But you know, if they do listen to this, I'm sure they know exactly who I'm talking to. Um, there were certain people in my life during all this that remained a solid vessel of support for me and my children and my family. And some of those people, not all of them, not all of them, but some of those people definitely got some things for me, energetically, verbally, that they did not deserve. And for that, I gotta apologize, right? Even if it's not accepted. This for me right now. This for me. I can't be nothing but honest with people. And one thing that most people know me for is my very unfiltered delivery when it comes to certain aspects. So this is me turning a microscope on myself for those public supporters that I do have and that my brand has. I'm not perfect at all. I don't claim to be. I probably will never be anything close to perfect, but I know that I have a decent character, right, and a decent heart. And when I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I have definitely been wrong to certain people in my life. you know, yeah, I know I'm emotional, and I'm trying to keep that part together for this right here. Especially my baby's asleep, and I got the house to myself. So if I wanted to break down, I could without disturbing the children. However, I'm not gonna be no punk. I'm not gonna be no crybaby. I'm just gonna say that I'm wrong, right? I have been wrong. I There are so many people who have been waiting for this moment, right? One day she gonna say it. One day she gonna say it. This is that day. This is the day of atonement and reckoning that I place for myself. You know, we all go under judgment every day. When we're speaking of, the religious text, when it speaks, we all have our judgment day. However, for me and how I live, judgment day is every damn day. And right now is the time of judgment for self. One of the brothers out there, I can't say his name because we ain't got no issues at all. Uh, Peace to the God, Sincere Black Seven, creative, Sincere Mirage, which is a honey infused base wine. And he has some other things going on with alternative healing methods such as Cambo and all that stuff. He's a medicine man. He says all the time that self is the measuring stick of the world. So I can only show up in the world as authentic as I am with myself. I can only show up in the world being who I am organically and not pretending to be something that I'm not. So I can't sit up here and say, ever since I put the head wrap on, that I've been this perfect picture of consciousness because I haven't. And, I'm learning. I'm learning every day. I'm growing every day. And I'm working to correct whatever issues I may have every day. However, if I'm going to be serving the community and bringing forth content and information to the community, I want y'all to know, like, this is me. Y'all not getting no made up image. I'm not that girl. You have a lot of people out here, especially in this realm of TikTok and all these things. Everybody's a damn content creator. In the last year or so, everybody and their mama is a content creator and getting what they call that, social media famous, or whatever they call it, Insta. Well, I don't know, whatever terminologies they got. I've been doing this content creation thing for quite a while now. We looking at what's this, 2023 on the Gregorian calendar. Been doing content creation. Shit, pardon my French. We getting close to a decade now. So with all that being said, I gotta be, real with my audience. I can't be like everybody else. Everybody else just trying to pretend to be these perfect people on these cameras and all this and that. That ain't never been me. When you see me in the community at whatever protest, you saw me probably with some sweatpants and some holes in them, wrinkled up t-shirt or whatever. You ain't seen no pretty princess that was always put together, makeup, lashes, lace fronts. You ain't seen all that, 'cause that ain't me. I have my moments, but that ain't me, man. And I can't, you know, continue to operate in a manner. Man, look, I love y'all. I love all of y'all, and I'm thankful and I'm grateful for those who have remained in support of me, my family, my projects, you know, even though I didn't ask for the attention. It don't mean, pardon me, I'm tongue tied or whatever. It's like, um, even though I didn't ask for that attention, I'm still grateful, that people did and do uh hold me in a very high regard and helped me manifest some of my creations into reality and helped me, live some of my dreams. I never would have thought that little old me would have a completely self-owned magazine publication out in New York in the Schomburg Center Library for African American Studies. I haven't even been to New York, but my magazine out there. That's crazy. But again, I thank y'all for that, right? Because I didn't do this alone. You know, I've never been the one to try to take all the credit for Get This Wisdom magazine. I did have some very, very uh powerful brothers and sisters involved with that. And they did help bring life into the brand. So I can't sit up here and say that I did all this by myself. I didn't. And I can't ever, because no matter what I create, even if it sits on the archives, for my children one day, how big of an impact would it really be if it wasn't for you all, So I have to sincerely give all the thanks and praise to you all that have, shared the post or bought magazines, bought subscriptions, came to events, watched these episodes, anything that I've done, you know, thank you. I mean that shit. Like real deep. Like real life. I really mean that. Um, and I have to apologize again to those who I have disrespected. Whew. Yeah, that's the one. Because I'm big on respect, so I can't be a hypocrite on that one. To those who I've disrespected, I can't apologize enough to you. And I know, words they're powerful. They real powerful. And once something is said, you can't never take it back. But what you can do is own up to it, become accountable, apologize, and change their behavior. Because apologies without change behavior is nothing, right? So yeah, uh, I didn't expect to do this tonight, but spirit moves me, and I try to move with spirit as much as possible. I do have my moments where I ignore spirit and spirit kick my ass for it anyway. But I do apologize to you, and I would love to say names, but again, I'm not at liberty to do so. However, you know who you are. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's about it. Until next time, family, thank you for listening. You know, this was very intimate for myself, and I will that you are able to find some type of message in it for you. And if not, that's cool too. And we'll be back with another episode very soon. From my family to yours, peace, love, and Black power.